some amazing leaks have come out, guys. For those of you who are really into the Mafia franchise, which I'm one of those people, and I've been on record, guys, on the YouTube channel multiple times stating that Mafia as a franchise has me way more hooked than Grand Theft Auto. And I'm probably, the minority that say that, but Mafia, as far as from a story perspective, as well as just a gameplay perspective, I absolutely love the Mafia franchise. Now, Mafia 3 was certainly the worst of the three games. But Mafia 1 and Mafia 2, absolutely incredible. I absolutely love the story around it and just everything that really comes around with Mafia and playing in that time period. Absolutely awesome, right? And I've just one of those people that really enjoys this franchise, and I've been really looking forward to the upcoming game, that being Mafia 4. Hasn't been officially released yet, but there's been a lot of leaks coming out stating that there's going to be a Mafia 2 remastered. There's going to be a Mafia 4 set in Las Vegas. Guys, everything I've heard about the leaks and things of that nature are really exciting if they are to be true. So what we're going to say in this segment of the show, we're going to go based on this idea that, hey, Mafia 4 hasn't been confirmed, but we're going to pretend like it has been, and kind of some of the things that we might want to see in a Mafia 4, because there's a number of things that obviously I believe keep games like Grand Theft Auto significantly more popular than Mafia. Number one would be multiplayer, guys. After you're done with a Mafia title, for example, it's a single-player story, and usually it's a very good single-player story. They do have DLC that come out later on after the release of the game, and there's obviously side stories that you can, and side missions that you can play, and those are a lot of fun too at times. But after you're done with all of that, and you play the campaign a couple of times through, which is what I did for pretty much all three of the Mafia games, played a couple of times through, you do all the side missions, DLC. After you're done beating the game, though, you kind of move on to other games because there's nothing else to really do within the Mafia franchise. And so, number one for me would be having some form of multiplayer in Mafia 4, kind of like a GTA Online, something of that nature where, I mean, you can actually build an empire of, being like a crime boss and building this empire in Mafia 4 and kind of recruiting people to your group and ultimately trying to take over and doing different missions and things of that nature. I think it would have they could come up with some unbelievable ideas for Mafia 4, a multiplayer perspective. Number two would be doing multiple co-op modes as well, whether that's based around the story, which was single player story, as well as, multiplayer, as well as, say, just, some co-op missions that you can do separately. That would be another thing just to keep you coming back to the game. Because let's think about it, guys. Everyone who's playing Grand Theft Auto, they play the main story, right? Think of Grand Theft Auto and think what it would be with just a story mode. If it just had a story mode, sure, the story mode's great, but there's nothing else, it's just the story mode. Well, obviously, people are going to want to come back to the franchise in one way, shape, or form, but if there's only a single-player story, you're not going to be able to. A full package deal like a multiplayer and co-op modes adds so much, and we see that in Grand Theft Auto, with GTA Online in particular. They're consistently updating that and selling, millions upon millions of copies consistently over time, that being Rockstar Games, with just Grand Theft Auto alone. And so online, Grand Theft Auto Online obviously has become almost like their bread and butter. It's pretty much what's keeping that game, popular, whether you're talking on Twitch as far as viewership's concerned or just people playing the game. It's pretty much GTA Online, which is keeping everyone going back to the game. So something like that for Mafia would be absolutely a game changer. And that's why, do I think Mafia 4 will have a multiplayer? I think they will. I think this game should, at least. I mean, I believe if Hangover 13 is, smart, they would make a multiplayer experience that's going to bring people back. Of course, make a good story. We want to have a really good story. Take your time with it. But when the time's right, bring the game out, but also make sure you have a multiplayer, even if it's pretty bare bones, even if it's not, super in-depth, just something basic, simple, that we can continue kind of connecting with the franchise. I think that's really important. Co-op modes are another thing I think would be really good. And look, guys, if it's in Vegas, that is going to be unbelievable. I believe that That's the best setting for a Mafia game at this point, is being in Vegas, guys, being able to explore, just Sin City as a whole. I think that would be absolutely incredible. But also being able to recruit people to kind of building your empire and becoming like a mob boss and all of that stuff is something that should be relevant within this game. And a multiplayer experience and co-op experiences should be also in Mafia 4. I mean, I just don't think that there's any debate about it, guys. That's what's going to help continue building the franchise. And I've heard people in the Mafia community saying, no, we just want a great single-player story. To me, it's like, why wouldn't you want more than just a single-player story and some DLC that comes out over time? You want to be able to connect with this franchise as many ways as you can. You want to keep coming back to it and continue playing it. And the thing is that if you look on Twitch, as far as the streamers who are streaming the game, there's like no viewership, guys. At least a multiplayer would bring people consistently back to the franchise, and it would continue to grow the community over time to make it a bigger and bigger franchise as we go. Is it ever going to be as big as GTA? Probably not, guys. It's just unrealistic. But it can still be a massive community over time. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys want to see multiplayer as well as some co-op modes in Mafia 4, or would you rather just be a single-player story? Let me know what you guys think, and for more Mafia 4 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.